All right, hello and welcome back. We're about to get really hyped. We're about to get so hyped, bro. This episode was amazing. First, obviously, you gotta open up them packs.
I got three more Paldea evolved, and then I went to the store the other day and got a couple from a Sword and Shield set that I really needed to open more of. So
A new pack smell. Yeah, no, I still have seven. I still have
yeah,
seven more. All right, we got electric energy. I have so many energies now. You didn't tell me that I bought the
yeah.
new,
The
yeah,
ETBs just give you a stack of
a whole stack.
energies
All right, what
for
we
your
got?
deck.
Okay, switch. All right, I'll switch. Another Fuecoco. W.
Yes, sir.
Tropius. We got that one too. Ooh, Pokeball. I don't have Pokeball yet. And Toad Scroll. Let's go.
Okay, nice.
All
Got
right.
some new ones.
So for those of you that are following, I actually started working really hard to see which cards I have and which cards I don't. We also have Cyclozar. I already have this one. Vitality Band. I don't think I have Vitality Band. Another Fortress. I got this one already. Ooh, another Wiglet. I think there's two arts for Wiglet. I'm not sure if I have them both. Ooh, we got Professor's Research.
All right, with Sada.
I don't
All
have
right, with
Sada,
Sada.
so W week for me.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna start with a fire energy. We have another fire type. We have good old Charcadet here.
Okay,
Dark, but it's fine.
dark, yeah.
We have Relor. There's an angle you can kind of see stuff. We have a Tadbulb. I don't think I've gotten a Tadbulb yet. So that's
Oh yeah, Tadbulb's another one. I don't
we
even
have a
think Tadbulb's in the first set, huh?
we have a Frigibax.
Nice.
We have an Electrode.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
We have a Vigoroth.
Okay, nice.
All right. We have Pincurchin.
Okay.
Okay, the first reverse is a Bramblin. We like
Oh,
Bramblin.
dude, I want Bramblin so bad.
We have look at this. It's one of the stars of the episode. I got an art card of old
Oh,
Quaxley. He's kind of sitting in the kitchen right now.
which one is that?
It's Quaxley.
Oh, it's the Quaxley art. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see
Not
it now.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then to match our Frigibacks, we have a Hollow Baxcalibur as the rare.
Hey, you already got one of those, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I got the I had one of the it's probably in my binder, but I had like the art rare of Baxcalibur like 2 weeks ago, so
Nice.
not bad. I like that Quaxley. I'm gonna throw it in the sleeve right now.
All right. So this week was way better than we expected. This was the finale of this sort of mini arc, which we'll now call the Spinel arc because that's his name. Pretty sure of the Explorers member that they took on. And at the end of the episode, they showed us three more, all with complete banger designs. We don't know who they are. We don't know their names, but they came in and they had beautiful designs. Let's go ahead and talk about them real quick. So first we had the little girl with the band-aid on her head. Um, we're thinking Driftblim would be on her team. We were also joking that she'd have all the creepy Pokemon, so that'll include like Hypno, maybe Litwick or like Chandelure. Pokemon they're just complete menaces to the human existence. The second guy looked like he had sort of like a biker Obstagoon. That's the name of the Pokemon. Jacket
Yeah.
on, and he had like a Lycanroc haircut. The Midnight form. He looked really cool. And then we had some weird, darker skinned lady with bandages, looking like she would probably use a Cofagrigus. Maybe she's from New Unova. I mean, we don't know. The sky's the limit with this anime, and it just completely threw the episode into a whole other direction because next week we're going back to sadly more like of a training episode. It's gonna be a little lighter, but it looks like Kaiden's probably gonna learn a new move. Um, but yeah, so in this episode former, before all that crazy stuff popped off at the end, we picked right back up with the Voltekers trying to hunt down Spinel, who they don't haven't really seen yet. So we got a nice little bit of back and forth in terms of location. Spinel is on one boat and he led them to another, all that kind of stuff. And meanwhile, we had more scenes with Roy, Liko, and Dot all working together, trying to figure things out and help out the best that they could. Eventually, Quaxley finds the ship because the pendant that Liko has and the what are they called? The ancient monster balls that Roy
Yeah.
is collecting are connected. So one will light up when the other is near. They are able to find the ship and work together to hold their own and eventually beat Spinel. Now, well, I'll let Darian talk more about it in a second, but it was a pretty goofy fight. Very becoming of three novice trainers, and I mean, if we're being honest, they probably wouldn't have won against the Umbreon. Um, it was pretty it was pretty strong, and they were even like, yeah, no, this ain't happening for a little bit there. Freed was completely useless in this episode because he got the decoy fight, but then he couldn't really locate them, even though they're popping off embers, electro balls. We had leafage, water gun. We had all kinds of moves popping up, but Freed was not close enough to notice any of that. He eventually noticed the massive pendant light, so at least he gets a little W for his vision there. But overall, we had an amazing time with this episode. Easily the best episode yet again. This anime just keeps topping itself, using everything that it has in a proper way. So even though our trainers and our main characters are all mostly novices, and then we just have Charizard Pikachu fight scenes, overall the anime is doing amazing. Wouldn't you say, Darian?
Yeah, it's doing great. I really like this episode. At first, when they did the preview, I was like, all right, well, we're gonna have Dot. She's gonna grow closer to her Quaxley, and she's gonna come out of her shell more, which I'm starting to like Dot every more and more each week. She's
Yeah,
fantastic, great
she's
character.
fantastic.
And then it turns up to 11 when they go and look for everything. Why were they going on? They were just going to look. Where did they get the information from the fairy again? I don't remember how the first one that
Um,
left that Freed battled on. Where'd they get? I don't remember where they got that info from. I don't.
well, they said they were waiting for something, and then Dot looked
Yeah,
it, and then like an advertisement played for the ferry for like the cruise, and so
yeah,
they
that's right, that's
checked,
right.
and that was the only one leaving, and
Yeah.
so Spinel used that as the decoy, and that's why Freed went to that ship, and
Okay.
then Spinel took his own boat, basically one
Yeah.
that's not
Gotcha.
scheduled for normal passengers, and it was like a cargo ship or something that
Yeah.
people normally wouldn't be on. He loaded up his pedo truck onto the back of it, and then he just left it at that. So yeah, amazing show of character. I mean, we have Dot working her hardest, and Quaxley helping her get over her more antisocial behaviors, especially at the end when she was talking to Liko, right? And then
Hmm.
obviously Roy gung ho wanting to be there for his friends to support them, and Liko trying to connect to that treasure of hers. Obviously, Paldea is a massive region for treasure and the idea of finding said treasure, and the fact that Liko's able to connect that pendant to her friends and the connections that they all have is super super important. So, what would you say is your favorite part of this episode, Darian?
The battle on the ship was fun. I actually really liked the introduction of the explorer characters
It was
because every
too
time
good,
we
man.
see the explorers, they're
Drip.
really unique. Because we've been Ash in the anime. He's been going against
Team
Team
Rocket, yeah.
Rocket, and then like you go back to the games, you have like a couple of the admins,
Yep.
but they don't really have too much
These
personality.
guys are
Maybe
all
like
admin.
yeah, they're there. And actually, I'm glad I looked this up. I went to Cerebi,
Yeah.
and there's a character list, and it
Okay.
showed Onyx, Agate, and Sango. So
Oh.
Onyx is the
Yeah,
Lunoon
obviously, yeah.
looking guy.
Yeah.
We have Agate, who is the
Yep, makes sense.
Papagrigus person, and then Sango is the weird,
Is it
creepy
Sango?
lady.
Sango?
Sango,
Yeah,
Sango, yeah.
Sango. Yeah, that her name's
So
literally
yeah,
just number 3.
yeah. And if you go to the thing, literally the only thing it says, "Hey, they appeared in this episode talking
Yep.
shit to
Talking
Spinel because he lost."
talking smack.
So
Yep.
that's the only info they have. So we have their names. I'm gonna write those down too, so I can
Yeah,
keep
so you
them
can
in my
remember
head.
those when they eventually because it's gonna be their turn next. I'm super
Yeah.
excited. Super excited.
And it
Um
seems like the explorers have like a just like a revolving door, a laundry list of people they
of
can just throw
bosses,
out for
dude.
this.
Just badasses. It's the salty Splatoon of Pokemon, dude.
Pretty much.
It's like, how
Just go.
dripped out are you? How dripped out am I? Dude walks out with the Obstagoon jacket and the fucking Lichen Rock dyed hair. It's like, yeah, you're in. You're in, buddy. So that's Onyx.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. What was I gonna say? I just had a brain fart. I was too busy thinking about how cool these characters look. Yeah. So they are still going to Hammerlock, and we still have to see Nico's grandma. So there's still massive bits of information that we're waiting on clarity for. We also noticed that Liko can be the catalyst that summons the Pokemon out of the ancient monster ball. So Roy's just kind of along for the ride at this point. Liko's full on main character in terms of the pendant and the balls. However, Roy was the catalyst for the whole Black Rayquaza event, and he's going to specifically probably be looking for that Pokemon. So, as much as we would like to say that Roy's kind of just here for the ride, he's got his own agenda to begin with. So, together, the two of them are going to be able to make it happen, and I'm just super glad that we got Quaxley on board. I was so excited to see the starter trio, and they worked their hardest. They fought their hardest this week, and I can't wait to see what move Kaiden learns next week, and when is Liko gonna catch an actual Pokemon? Yeah,
We'll have to see.
I would expect Dot to be the one that would be most gung ho now that she has her first Pokemon because she's got the channel. Oh, and then we didn't even mention she finally told Liko her secret that she's Gurumi.
And Liko still didn't get it
Liko still didn't
until
get it, bro.
she's like, "What?" And then it like hit her a few seconds later, and she was all
Yeah, right after she
surprised.
told her flat out.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm super excited for their relationship. I'm super excited to see where things go. I bet Liko's gonna be very, very awkward around Dot for a while because she's a massive fan of Gurumin. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm just glad that they have all this stuff going on, keeping us entertained, it's surprising us every week. And hopefully, with the preview for not the next episode, but the episode after, we're gonna have a lot to look forward to. So anything else you want to mention before we take off for the week?
I think we're pretty good. It was a fantastic episode. I like meeting more of the explorers, and like you said, I'm pretty hyped to see what Kaiden learns next week
Yep.
on in the training session.
Because that'll
Yeah,
be the
but
only bit of canon information. But we can probably expect some scenes of other stuff. And I mean, the full episode might not be on the ship. We might get some little glimpses at what the explorers are up to. Maybe we'll catch up with Amethio. We haven't seen that guy in like six
yeah,
weeks. Maybe we'll get a scene with Liko's grandma in Hammerlock. Maybe we'll see Raihan. Who knows? The only thing I do know is we're not in Paldea anymore.
no,
We're
we're
not gonna
kind
be
of
in
like in
Paldea anymore.
between.
We got to see two new cities. We got to see basically the first two gyms, or two of the first couple of gyms. We don't have Katie, in here just yet, but
Yeah,
I mean, come on now, Scarlet and Violet, choose your own adventure. So what? She skipped straight to the third gym.
yeah,
um,
basically.
yeah, we also didn't get a gym battle with Iono, but that's fine. We'll probably swing back to Paldea by the end of the whole Hammerlock thing, because again, like they really just have to be where the story needs them to. So I doubt we're gonna be there for too long, but I know you and I are both really excited to just see Hammerlock in the Horizons art style.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It is gonna be
I'm
nice.
looking forward to it.
Yep. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until we see you again, take care. Say goodbye, Darren.
Goodbye.